Hello guys and welcome back to another episode of What If Civilization Started Over Again. Please remember to like, subscribe and comment, and if you haven't watched the last episode, episode 2, then I would highly recommend that you would watch that because then this would just not make any sense. Right, let's just back in this scenario. So, I'll start off with the Lime Country having settled down and kind of stop becoming a kind of rebel state. They kind of ransacked this area. They're growing crops on every single bit of this river here, and they decide that they want to find some more land. So they come up here and they saw here, oh, there's some land here, right? There's a large piece of land here. And they follow here because they see that it gets closer, and they find that this is the closest point, But little do they know, there's a lot closer point because it actually touches up here, but, they don't know that, obviously. So they send some scouts out to here, and the farthest that they know up to is up to here. That's what the scouts were able to find. But they don't get all that, they kind of just take here. And normally when a country finds new land and finds lots of resources there, normally the explorers make their own country, but this time they were very, very well looked after by the state because you had economic alliance with them. I'm sure there's one more. Yeah, them. But just the Orange Country and the Maroon Country alone is immediately extremely strong economic alliance. So they're able to trade with them, and it does cost them a lot of money, which is not really money. There's no money. It's like a lot of trading. But one thing I just noticed here. See this major city? That's bigger than like this one, which is not how it's supposed to be. So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm actually just gonna go to here, and I'm just gonna rub all these out. So if you're tired or if you're bored of watching me just delete, put on, then you can skip ahead. I will put a timestamp like here, so you should, or maybe up here. I don't even know. It's up to later me to decide that. So just if you're bored of just watching me click drag, then you can skip to that time. For you that stayed here, all I'm doing is I'm just deleting major cities and I'm just adding them back. It's really boring. And I'm just gonna make sure that every single major city has one here. I'm gonna add another one to here. You're gonna get a city in a second. You can get another one. There's one not that close. There was one here, and one there, one here, one there, and I'm gonna put one there, one there. And I'm just gonna go back on every single capital city. There we are. So that's all the cities done. So for those that skipped, this is where we're going to get into the real stuff. The light blue country, I need to give it as capital city because it's now a proper country, not just a rebellion. There we are, city. Anyway, the light blue country decides that it wants to take a bit more land, and so it takes some more land like that. And it's up to them. They're not a colonial power. They're just a home country there. So they're allowed to do that, really. And the red country, like, I want some of this as well. So they take all of this, leaving just the scraps for the light blue country. There. Now, though, all these countries here, they want a bit like the maroon countries wants to touch with the orange country. The orange country wants this back from the light blue country. The red country wants this. Light blue country wants the maroon country territory. The this kind of light lime color. It's kind of content with what it has right now. These two countries are just like they're just there. They're not like really angry at each other or anyone or anything. They're just content with what they have. But what is going to happen though? It's because of the colonial powers and most of the home countries are disliking like what they have. They're going to draw up a new Madagascar. So the orange country, what it wants. Oh, and I need to also take off all the capital cities because the capital cities won't live. And these guys are safe. They're not going to change unless this light blue country wants a little bit of like a nibble of their land. But they're not going to come to the conference. And the conference will be held in the lime country's kind of capital city. The lime country capital city. So the first country to put a claim in is the orange country, and they take a large portion of the west of western Madagascar. And stop just before. Oops! Oh no! I'm gonna have to redraw this now. Oh, and they take a large portion of it, and they kind of kick them back around to there. But the next country to put in a claim is the light blue country, who wants all of this and also wants that, so it wants part of the orange team claim. The red country, being very greedy, wants all of this and it also wants the southern claim, but they decided that they will not put in even a claim to it because it's kind of owned by the southern Madagascan country. But then on a later date, the orange team puts in a claim to here because they found that there's lots of natural resources there. And this strip here, and then the maroon country was kind of based around here, but they decide that they will change that up. Oh, sorry, the light blue country has a bigger claim than that. It's up to there. And then the maroon country wants this kind of central land, and the kind of weird lime coloured country wants that. Oh, I'll show you where the orange team one stops. So all like the land that no one's kind of conflicting against. So no, I've done it in the wrong layer. Oh no. Anyway, I'll just have to redraw that. But with the magic of editing, it will probably appear in the 5 seconds for you, but it'll take another 5 minutes for me to draw back. So you're probably coming back. I hopefully edited that out. So this is kind of like what all the countries want. So, but the undisputed land will go to them just right now. So the orange team wanted that. Oops. And then the red team wanted this. The limey. So the limey kind of team. It's weird. If you have a name for this color, please tell me because I don't know what to call it. The maroon country wanted this land. They also wanted in here, but we'll come to that later. The light blue country can get this land, and barely anyone disputed it, so I just kind of let them have their way this land. But there's 3 areas that are wanted by different people. So the first one though is here, and how they sort that out is that they can get to here, they can get this, but all the northern region is for the orange team, so that settles it. And then this maroon country, it's just kind of split down the middle, so you have on the one side you have the maroon country kind of here, and then you see here the maroon country kind of just gives up and lets the orange country have a second claim down here. So this is now Madagascar. It's like new form, and the capital cities will be. I can find it. Give me that, and then the rest of them obviously are colonies. And then the major cities are going to be one there. There's going to be another one there, and there's going to be one here, and another one for the maroon country. But there is going to be a bit of tension between the purple country and these 2 countries here. If you know a name for it, I'm just going to call it the turquoise country because it's a weird colour. So there's tension between these 2 countries, but while that was happening, because the island nation knows that the purple country is stronger, but they kind of stage a coup. Over here, the island nation kind of trades with all these countries and gets military weapons, gives it to the most radical people in this turquoise country, and sends them to go and attack here into the purple country. And as that was, and I will see how the first war plays out in Wexford. So obviously this is a surprise attack, but they are a lot weaker, but they have been given all these weapons, and they cut across and put them half for the middle, and they want to go for the most northern city in Madagascar, but that's guarded very well. But then Madagascar, the northern Madagascar, fights back and tries to cut across here, and they cut across there, but a lot of these people fled while they could, but then still a lot of people got captured in here. They continued to fight back on them, make it even, and then it starts the fight back on them, and you see the capital city is basically on the border. It's very close to it, and they kind of come for this side, but as you can see, they were attacked first, so they had the red team on their side, but they had like the measly this team, I forgot his name. I'm actually going to move this down because it looks like it's the orange team, but it's not. This is like the light blue team. So they can't do much to help them, but it is kind of like a fair fight. Like, you know, these 2, they aren't as strong as the red country, which is why the purple team is so easily able to get the resources to fight them. But weirdly, weirdly, the red team don't send their own troops though, which is very odd. Oh yeah. So they encircle it and they begin to advance to the most southern, the southern major city, and they're able to take that, and that's a big blow to the country. And after weeks and weeks of this encirclement, they take the capital city. And in doing so, there's gonna be a new line, a new country made up, and it's only just gonna be this southern tip, while the rest of it is gonna go to the purple country. Oops, there's one more speck left. But in doing this, they do take one thing, and they keep they keep that island though. And so they need our major city. So, and the major city will be this major city here. They need a capital, sorry. So that's where the capital is. And I think that will do me for today. Please remember to like, subscribe.